Hello, everyone. Welcome to this second video in the custom models milestone planning processes. Today, or right now, we're going to be looking at the capacity planning script. So what I'll do is I will share my screen. Here we are in the planning, the custom models repo under the planning automation link. So it's under planning index. So the first thing we need to do is we need to actually set up these environment variables. We're going to be looking at 17.3. So that's actually correct. We don't need to change the milestone, and we just need to put in the secret token. So what I'll do is I'll go into my terminal. Here I am, my terminal in the custom models repo. And first thing I'll do is I'll just pull down any changes that might be already applied on that repo. And then what we're going to do is we're going to export these variables. So I'll just paste them in. And the one I need to change is the token. So this is my private token. So what I'll do is I'll edit it. I'm going to pause the video, and then basically I'm going to run these three export commands to add these to the environment variables. So welcome back. Okay, so I have exported those three environment variables. I had to stop the recording because one of them included my private API token. So they're now in the environment of my session. I'll go back to screen sharing. We'll go back to the terminal. And so if we go into our repository, there's a doc directory, and then there's automation. We need to actually go down to the automation folder. And I go back to the documentation here, and I can see that if I want to do step 2 to capacity, I need to run the bin capacity command from the automation folder. And if I do an ls, you'll notice there's a bin folder. So I'm just going to run that from here. And okay, so that's done. So what did that actually do? It created this 17.3 capacities spreadsheet. So what I'll do now is I'll load that into a new tab into the spreadsheet that's used for planning. And you can find that spreadsheet. Where can you find that spreadsheet? You can find that spreadsheet on the landing page of the custom models repository. And it's linked here, capacity planning spreadsheet. Okay, so there's two types of tabs on here. There is the capacity planning tab, and then there's the actual assignment. So we're currently doing the capacity. What I like to do is to kind of have them segregated. So what I do now is I actually just load that file that was created. And what that file is just a template, basically, to save, make it create of the spreadsheet easier. So that will be in my source, custom models. Where is it exactly? Automation. There it is there. So insert a new sheet is what we want. Detect automatically is fine. Import. Okay, so that has now created a default spreadsheet for each person using the 17.3 milestone attributes. So the start and finish date, and it comes up with 20 milestone work days, which gives a budget of 10 per person, minus any adjustments that need to be done. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go out and first of all, we would go to and see if anyone is on call. So if they're on call, I don't believe anyone's on call at the moment, but we'll put these are days. So we'll put 0.5 for each on-call allocation. And then there's scripts that kind of adjust the budget here. Sometimes team members are not working at full capacity. At the moment, there's no need for anyone to be working less than full capacity. So it's just a factor is 1. And then the most important thing we're going to do now is the PTO. I don't want to actually share people's actual PTO. So what we'll do is I'll just make something up. So let's say that for this video, let's say that, Bruno's got 2 days off. Eduardo's got 2 days off. Igor's taken a week off. And Pat's taken 2 weeks off, let's say. Okay. So what there's the scripts automatically adjust the budget, but then it's up to the EM to kind of like decide whether that's appropriate or not. So first of all, we can't have points, point numbers. So we need to round that up or round it down. I know Eagle's actually got a lot on his plate at the moment, so I'm actually going to round that down to 7. Bruno, I think he's going to be doing some other activities as well. So I'll actually, you know what, let's make Bruno a 0.8 because he has some other activities he has to work on. So that makes his budget now 7.2. That becomes 7. Eduardo, 9. Julie, 10. Mohammed, 10. And Patrick, 5. Okay, so that gives a total weight allocation of 48, which is this is now incorrect. This should be 48. Okay, there's something wrong with the script there. But anyway, so basically this is how it's worked out. And so then in this section here, what we will do is take this, copy it, just like that, and go into the planning issue for 17.3. So where is the 17.3 planning issue? Here it is linked here. Go in here and team capacity to be added by the EM. Let's just edit that. And then we just go down, paste in. Now there's a little kind of trick here, which is, that's actually not the heading. So what we do is just, this is all a bit manual. If anyone's got any way to script this or improve it, awesome. And then we actually need an empty row at the top. Let's see how that looks. Preview. Okay, great. That's done. Okay, so I'll just save changes. Okay, so there's one actually, what I didn't show just now is how to actually look at the person's PTO. So let me just pause the video again real quick. Okay, so I just wanted to make sure everything was okay and nothing was private in Slack. So I'm going to share my screen again, going into Slack, and I'm just going to use myself as an example so that no team member private data is shown. Obviously, I'm not an engineer, but this is what we do for each person. PTO deal, the name of the person, and that will then tell us their OOO. So what I typically do is change it the next 3 months to make sure it covers the next milestone plus maybe anything extra. Okay, so this person's got some vacation. And then what we need to do assess is what part of that overlaps with the actual milestone. So go back to the spreadsheet. Oops, that's not it, sorry. Where was it? Back to the spreadsheet. Yeah. So the milestone finishes on the 9th of August. So yeah, so if I was an engineer, I would need to, cut off the number of days and then basically work out how many days PTO I would be off for. I did actually previously had a script that did this, but PTO deal changed the interface and the script doesn't work anymore, so I just do it manually. It would be awesome to do with an API or something as a future enhancement. And that's where that number comes from, days OOO. And that's basically the capacity planning step completed. That's it. So I'll stop the share.